So Spo's been obviously talking about adding you in, as it's kind of been the history of the organization of having guys come into the organization that might have laid some wood against it on occasion. So it had to feel good to get out there, and just it felt like from just observing it that you were super comfortable with that first group.
I was just trying to adjust. It's still going to be a learning curve, because I'm the new guy, but I think it was a good start. Wish we would have won.
It's amazing how you do all that work against each other for as long as you do, and then you get out on the floor against somebody else, and you want to find the vibe and the rhythm. Just your overall observation of the first group overall.
I think we did a good job. We had some mistakes. We had some great plays. That's preseason. You're supposed to iron the kinks out so we can be better when a real season starts.
Did you expect the Spo was going to call your number, not having Tyler at his disposal?
I knew earlier today.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Guys,
yeah.
It's got to be nice to hear that. It was all really it.
It was, man. It was. It was a great feeling. It was a great start to the season.
Yeah. How about that young group that was in there? You've seen them throughout camp and push other groups to the edges. It was nice to see them get the opportunity.
Yeah, they play hard. I've been seeing them since mid-August. They work hard. They play hard. They've been with each other since before Summer League. So they're going to be talented. They got a bright future, every single one of them.
Yeah, 4 more preseason games, a bunch of practices still on the schedule. What do you think most is needed, and how the pacing has to get so you're playing your best basketball when you get to that first game against Orlando?
Just everybody gelling, get back into the flow of things, run our offense better, run our defense better, and it'll come together. We'll be ready for the start of the season.
Before I let you run, both of the drafted rookies got some opportunities and both shine. Just your thoughts about Larsson and Ware.
Pelle and Kel'el, man, very bright futures. Kel'el protects the paint. Pelle is aggressive on both sides of the ball, man. They're great young players, man.
Very good. Thank you.
Got it.
Larsson, just talk about the work that you've done. Obviously, we got a little taste of you in Vegas, and the Heat fans have been clamoring ever since. And you get the nod with that first group off the bench. What do you think that you've done to earn that spot from Spo and the staff?
Just playing hard every day in training camp, connecting with the guys on the floor, and making sure I'm a good teammate and a good team player.
Spo gave you a really nice compliment in the postseason game that maybe doesn't translate to assessment of first-round players per se, but that you are a great role player already, and you've yet to really play your first regular season game. How do you process that in your mind, and how you impact the thing?
Yeah, that scrimmage game, I don't know if you can really count that one, but it was just fun. No, I think that's why I'm here. That's why they wanted me here, to be that kind of player and to help these guys win games. And I'm just still learning a lot. I think a lot of things today that I kind of missed on defensively. So great experience these preseason games.
Yeah, this is the second year the Heat fans are seeing a young player come in that has a lot of college experience too. Is there something to that?
Yeah, definitely. I think just having a few more years under your belt, maturity, whatever level of basketball it is, like you kind of just slow down a little bit yourself on the court and off the court. So yeah, I think so.
Are you right where you want to be? You feel like you're a little ahead of schedule? What's the best way to describe where you are here with the first game of preseason roll?
Absolutely, right where I need to be and I want to be. So, every day is more fun to get to know these guys and to play with them, so it's a blessing.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Spo has this saying, I'm imagining you've heard by now, make me watch you and then make me play you. I imagine you checked both of those boxes over the last week or so, and particularly tonight.
Yeah, just trying to, do anything I can to get on, get on the floor. Trying to rebound the ball, block some shots. I did a little bit of that tonight, and so that I'm able to score the ball too as well.
Heat Nation is super excited about you, as they got a taste of the entire young group in Vegas, and they expect great things from you. When you're able to translate that into camp and into workouts and then into your first preseason game, what does that mean to you?
That means a lot. Just like you said, I was at Summer League with those guys that I was on the court with, so we already got, a little bit of chemistry together, and just being able to, play the first game with those guys is also, a blessing as well. So.
Yeah, walk us through that sequence where you blocked basically 3 shots in a possession and a half.
All I know is don't let the ball touch the rim. Yeah, so.
Yeah. You mentioned the work that you've done with the group that was out there with you in the third and fourth quarter. What is it about that cohesion? What is it about that group that you guys have been disruptive in these games and scrimmages in camp?
Like I said earlier, we was playing Summer League with each other. We won that. And then even in, training camp, we were all on the same team the whole time during training camp. So that whole week, I feel like we really, glued with each other and, fought through it.
How bad did you all want to win that down the stretch?
Bad. It's first game. Of course you want to win that. So, yeah, we want to win that bad.
Thank you, buddy.
It was good, for to get that game conditioning in. That always feels a little bit different, no matter how many years you've played. And our guys have been working extremely hard, but it was good to face somebody else. I thought all three units at various times did some good things. There were some sloppy things, both sides of the both teams. I would say. But there's some good things that we can build on for sure.
Alec Burks looks like he's already fitting in. What have you noticed over the last bit of him being here and having this available to him when you need to call on him to?
Yeah, he's a pro, and you can define that in a bunch of different ways. But one, you're in great shape. You're ready for camp. You're a veteran that has 14 years of experience. He's played in a lot of different systems, so he knows how to play a role, knows how to fit in, and that's what he was able to do tonight. From most of camp, he wasn't with the first unit, but because of his experience, he knows how to fit in and play a role, and he played well in those minutes for sure.
From his arrival after the draft, can you walk us through what Larsson has done to get this opportunity to kind of get out there in that second group early?
Yeah, he's been steady and consistent, pretty much all of camp, all of September, most of the summer as well, for that matter. And he's a very good role player, and I mean that as at the highest compliment. And so with Jaime out, he plugged into that role and did some very good things. He knows how to defend multiple positions. He brings you a physicality on that side of the floor. Offensively, he moves very well without the ball, so he can be a connector, with whatever unit he plays. And also he's been really working diligently on his shooting. He stepped into those ones confidently, and that's what we want him to do.
How did you like how Ware put his fingerprints literally on this game?
Yeah, right away you noticed him defensively. While he's still learning our system, what it shows and what we've been emphasizing to him is you still have to make plays. The system that'll get better, but making your presence felt, guarding the rim, blocking shots, going after the ball, rebounding the ball, making sure that the opponent feels you when you're getting to the rim, those kind of things for sure. He had his moments of doing all those things, and then offensively he was really good getting to the rim on his pick and rolls. Isaiah and him had a good connection, but that's been going on all summer. So I was encouraged by how he played.
Finally, Coach, how nice was it to have that third group in of those young guys and have the game of the balance in their hands down the stretch?
Yeah, we've gotten accustomed to them, creating some magic, out there, and weren't able to get over the hump, but they really competed hard. They ended up playing, probably 14, 15 minutes straight, and they're ready for those minutes. They made some big plays, inspiring plays. We just weren't able to get over the top on that one. But they've also had some really good moments in training camp. The units have been going after each other. They almost had a scrimmage win against the other two units, which hasn't happened really much before. All right, thank you.